everyone, and welcome to Fridley High School for CTM's coverage of the Section 5 3A quarterfinal of the Girls High School Basketball Turf Playoffs. Tonight, the number 3 seeded Fridley Tigers host the number 6 seed from Coon Rapids. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above the action. And Howie, this is the opportunity the Cardinals were asking for. They were allowed to go from 4A to 5A this season to give themselves a better chance in the playoffs. Now it's time to see if they can take advantage of that opportunity.
Well, Coach Bierman was saying the same thing. He said, you know, this is the girls aren't used to the fact they've got a playoff game where they have an opportunity to get a W and move on for a next round. So obviously they're looking, they implemented a different game plan. They've been working on it all week. Some things that they want to adjust. This is an athletic team in Fridley who has some scorers, but Coach Bierman feels that he's got an opportunity to get the win here tonight if the girls follow the game plan.
Well, and the game plan will mostly be centered around that young lady. Helen Ben has had a phenomenal season, averaging 21.9 and 9.5, half a rebound away from a double-double average per game.
Yeah, when talking to head coach Drew Ryder of the Tigers, said, you know, first keys, we have to limit what Helen Ben does. You know, they will try and prevent her from going downhill to the basket. That's not an easy task to do. And then you talk about Brandy Washington, leading scorer for the Tigers. You know, she can shoot from inside, she can shoot from outside. She's a really good defender. I think Coach Bierman says if we can stop that drive down the lane and limit her to outside perimeter, we can limit her scoring.
Well, it all comes down to this, and obviously a lot of difference in the schedule these two teams have faced. Coon Rapids, 20 of their 26 games against 4A teams. For Fridley, just 3 games against 4A level competition all year.
Well, I think Coon Rapids is going to have to be strong on the boards. Good defensive rebound to start this game for them. And they'll try and set their offense.
And while they will definitely try to flow through Helen Ben, they need a lot of support from the rest of the roster. Gaskins miss, rebounded by Fridley, so an opening possession, one and done for both squads.
Yeah, they'll need presence underneath the basket from Casey Beck. They're also, I think, need some scoring from Green, Gillian Green.
Williamson in the post, goes to her left, can't get the shot to fall. A rebound and follow for Sophia Jensen, and Fridley is on the board first.
You can see a little pressure. They're going to press a little bit here.
Helen Ben in traffic, kicks it out to Beck, thought about the shot, steps inside instead. Out to Kaylin Green. Gaskins and now Bierman on the right side, slapped away out of bounds by Jensen. And for Coon Rapids, you know, we talk about Helen Ben, been phenomenal all year.
Yes.
Jada Gaskins right behind her. They're both seniors, so this is their last opportunity. The rest of the cast, Kaylin Green had such a great freshman year, and she had a fantastic first half of this season, but has struggled over the past few weeks. And so they need her to get back on the scoring track they know she's capable of if they hope to get past this first round game.
Really good defense around Helen Ben. They hit 2 players on her.
1 on the shot clock. The shot is off the mark, and I don't think it touched the rim, so technically should have been a shot clock violation,
yes.
But the rebound goes to Fridley. Gaskins nearly had the steal, but Washington able to recover. She drives, gets the foul and the basket. And the foul is going to be called against Helen Ben, going right at the Cardinals' biggest gun.
Well, that's what Coach Bierman wanted to prevent, is from her to go inside. And not only does she do the damage there on the inside, picks up a foul on your best player, and she has an opportunity to get one from the stripe for a 3-point play.
Rolls all the way around the rim, but falls out to Jada Gaskins. Green, right side for Bierman, watched by Jensen. Back to Bierman, she'll take the 3. This one's off the mark, easy rebound for Cochran Starr, and she'll head up court.
Yeah, Cardinals can't afford to do a one-and-done opportunity down court.
3-pointer for Washington won't go. Green swoops in to grab the rebound, and she fires to the other end of the floor. Gaskins slows down, comes back to the paint, and she got the foul before the shot.
Call that on.
Called against Emily Offerdahl.
You know, this is a veteran team for Coach Ryder. By the way, Coach Ryder, an 02 grad of Coon Rapids, played boys basketball there. We covered them. We're old.
We're old. Gaskins, I don't know how there's no foul there, but the shot is off the mark. Williamson got a piece of it. And now we have an offensive foul. Away from the ball and makeup call, perhaps. Desiree Williamson. Oh, no, sorry.
No,
they
Sophia
called it
Jensen.
on Sophia Jensen.
Yep.
Thought I saw 21. It's not what I saw.
You saw 1.
That's half right.
You were half right.
It's early in the game. Gaskins drives to the lane. The shot comes up short. Rebound out of bounds. It'll be Tiger ball, up 4-0. Just about 3 minutes into the game.
Yeah, again, some looks inside for the Cardinals. A couple from the outside have not been getting anything to fall yet here early on in this contest.
Jensen will get it back to Aubrey Cochran-Starr. She'll run up court against Helen Ben. Ben blows past the pick. Williamson inside. Can't get that one to go either. Out of the reach of Bierman, but only white jerseys down low, and she'll bring it up court. Bierman thought about another shot. Green takes a look. Now Bierman drives, kicks it out. Beck will work it back up top. Ben over to Kaylin Green. Ben.
Oh, they're going to call foul on her. That's number 2.
Aubrey Cochran-Starr getting position and taking the contact. That's 2 very early ones against Helen Ben.
That's huge for the Cardinals. Huge. If they want an opportunity, she has to stay out of foul trouble, and she needs to score well tonight. She's averaging almost 22 points a game.
Jumper for Williamson, or really flat-footed shot for Williamson, wouldn't go. Tie up on the rebound. Cardinal ball on the arrow. Gaskins across midcourt. Had her pocket picked by Washington, and then the Cardinals called for kicking it.
Coach Bierman talked about Brandy Washington and what a good defender that she is, and you saw it there, that she's able to cause the turnover.
4 minutes into this game almost, and only 4 points on the board, all for the home team Tigers. Inside look to Jensen, and she missed it. Wide open, Ben on the run the other way. Delays, kicks out to Gaskins. Three-pointer for Beck is off the mark. Bierman can't get there for the rebound, controlled by Jensen. And she's on the run, up the right wing, into the middle. Left-hander won't go. The rebound for Cochran-Starr, and the follow wouldn't go. Ben back the other way. She bobbles as she tried to pass. Now looking for support. Gets it back to Beck, and now Bierman on the left side. Gaskins looking for room. Nearly ran into Ben. Nearly turned it over. Recovered by Bierman. Three-pointer from the corner for Kaylin Green, and that comes up empty. Cochran-Starr ahead for Washington on the run. Little fake, finds the glass and home.
Yeah, again, Washington using that speed to get around the corner and getting around the bigger player in Casey Beck.
Casey Beck, a three-pointer from the left wing. That won't fall. Rebound by Jensen, quickly up court. Washington has Green on the run. Green gets a block. Kick back, three-point look, and that's off the mark. And out of bounds for Emily Oftedal.
Really cold shooting for Coon Rapids here early on in this contest.
Well, really for both.
For both, but the fact that they haven't hit a bucket here in this game, in this contest, just it's not close. It's off the mark.
Playoffs bring some extra nerves.
Yes, they do. Usually the first few minutes
is to be expected. Ben weaving through traffic, left-hander won't fall. Rebound tipped to Oftedal. Now Washington up court for Cochran-Starr on the baseline. Can't get it to go. Beck recovers in the corner and gets it to Kaylin Green. Green on the run. Pass batted away by Washington. Bierman collides with Cochran Star. Ball ends up with Beck, and now Gaskins. Gaskins finds her way inside, and that one won't go either.
Again, whether they're inside or outside, they just can't get a shot to drop. And Coach Ryder's going to call a timeout here with his squad up 6-0.
More than 5 minutes into this contest, I expected there to be more than 6 points on the board.
I agree, and you would have thought that you wouldn't have a goose egg on the side of the Cardinals score.
But more importantly, they've gone 5 minutes without scoring a basket, and yet they are definitely still in this contest.
No question.
But need to find the bottom of the basket a couple of times, and I would say they need to get some stops, but so far they've come up with a couple of stops, and Fridley has missed some opportunities as well.
Well, no, there's no question about that. But the fact that they've got 6 points here to start this contest, and Cardinals yet looking to score. Coach Bierman with maybe a pretty good timeout to talk to his squad about.
Actually, it was Coach Ryder's timeout.
Yeah, right, but I'm saying it's a good opportunity for Coach Bierman.
For Coach Bierman, too, yeah, absolutely. How crazy is it that we do back-to-back our last two events, two guys who played together
on the same team,
school.
Graduated the same year. Pretty funny, pretty crazy.
Jeremy Abel, the boys basketball coach at Andover. And then this week, oh, what a rip by Aaliyah Graham, and she gets the foul on Williamson. I love it.
Yeah, well, she provides a spark there. She's able to get the turnover. She's in for Kaylin Green right now.
Second foul against Fridley.
Well, the Cardinals certainly need a spark here. Granted, it is early. We talked about that, but they need a bucket.
Bierman. A
there
good
it is.
look, and she knocks it down.
You talked about it, Joe. Even though they hadn't scored a point, they certainly weren't out of this. Now they just cut the lead in half.
Williamson in the lane. Put too much on it, but she got a foul.
I'm back.
Beck got a piece of her, and Williamson will go to line to shoot two.
So that'd be her first team third. Three team fouls each. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered.
Comes 5.5 minutes into the contest. Williams is short on the first attempt. Aja Friel's checking in for substitution of the night for the Tigers. Able to get that one to roll around and down. Beck for three, that won't go, but Gaskins has the rebound, off the glass and in.
Yeah, and again, a nice job by Gaskins to realize that off ball, and she's able to put it in for the bucket. 7-5 lead for the Tigers.
Washington cross court, Cochran Star, nice little move to the baseline for the basket.
It looked like a carry.
And it was.
Yeah, Coach Ryder was calling for it, and it took a step for the official to blow the whistle, but he did.
Brandy Washington, watched by Gaskins, will run to the right. And she goes through the pressure and gets another basket. She's got 6.
Yeah, and again, that's what she does. She's so good at driving inside. And, you know,
Jensen's going to be called for her second.
Well, those are some big fouls. We're going to see Charisse McKenzie going to check in at the next opportunity, and for Jensen.
Bierman back up top for Gaskins. High post, Helen Bent. Defense collapses, looking for help. Back out to Gaskins. Gaskins trying to weave her way in. Now low post for Beck, getting around Williamson. Reverse won't fall. Ben is there for the rebound. The putback won't go, but she'll get 2 chances from the charity stripe. Desiree Williamson leads the team, averaging 2 blocks per game. 49 blocks coming in tonight.
It's impressive.
Also leads the team with 9.8 rebounds per game. And now both she and Jensen with 2 fouls. Ben misses the first. Second one hard off the iron. Williamson, the rebound in traffic, gets it to Washington. Numbers down court. 3-pointer from the corner for Carice McKenzie wouldn't fall. Helen Ben pushes it up for Gaskins. Around Williamson, can't get it to fall. Williamson batted the rebound away from a teammate, and it's tracked down by Gaskins. In the post, Ben kicks it back out to Aaliyah Graham, and they work it around. Bierman with a look for 3. That one in and out. Rebound tipped, controlled by McKenzie. McKenzie able to work her way out of some traffic. Intercepted, though, by Aaliyah Graham. Another steal. Again, providing that spark off the bench. Then she lost it going to the lane. Washington pushes it up court. McKenzie on the run. Too much, and now Bierman is going to foul and send Aubrey Cochran-Starr to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, you look defensively what Fridley is doing against Helen Ben. They're really collapsing 2 players, and Desiree Williamson has a lot of that responsibility on the inside against her.
Cochran-Starr able to hit the first.
Ilhan Amin in for the Tigers.
And Cochran-Starr hits them both. 8-point, largest lead of the game so far, right at the midway point of this first half. 3-pointer for Bierman won't go, gets her own long rebound.
Oh,
looking
travel.
for help.
Oh, I thought she traveled.
Got the foul. It's going to go against Washington. I thought she got the foul earlier, but gets the late foul, and Gaskins will check back in, give Helen Ben a break. Kaylin Green for 3, it's good.
Well, and that's what they need from Kaylin. I mean, they need her to get hot because she can get hot. There's a steal.
Green, breakaway, and baskets. Welcome back to the floor, Kaylin Green.
Yes.
So 2 quick baskets, and it's back to a 3-point game.
The Cardinals certainly needed that.
Washington all the way across court. Getting to the baseline was Friels, but she comes up empty. The Cardinals able to clean up the rebound and get into their offensive set. Back has room from the top of the key. That's good, and we're tied at 13.
Yeah, you know, and we have seen Casey Beck step up as many times and be able to hit that shot from beyond the arc. And they certainly are going to need her tonight as well.
So an 8-point lead gone inside of a minute for the Tigers. Long 3-pointer is off the mark for McKenzie. The putback won't go. A third chance will get another trip to the free throw line for Cochran-Starr.
They call this on Bierman, I believe. No, they're going to call it on Beck. So that's her second, 5th team foul on the Cardinals. Let's take another look at that. I don't know. I thought Bierman got her. Either way.
Cochran-Starr able to get the roll, put her team back in front. And she hits them both. 4 big free throws for Aubrey Cochran-Starr. On either end of that 8-point spurt from the Cardinals. 3-pointer for Sophia Smith, fresh on the floor. Good rebound by Cochran-Starr.
Oh, nice defense.
Very nice. Good pressure, forcing the pass then out of bounds, and they'll drop back into half court and let the Tigers come across. In the middle, Cochran-Starr splits all defenders and scores.
Now the Tigers, after the Cardinals tied it up, able to get a couple of buckets to take that lead for 4.
Palmer lost the handle. Turnover back to Fridley. Brandy Washington comes across midcourt for Fridley. Left side for Oftedal. Back to Washington. Left side now for Friels. Back up top. Oftedal into the corner. McKenzie, the 3-pointer. That won't go. Rebound by Cochran-Starr. Back out to Washington. Washington working against Green. Kicks it into the corner, and a good save by Carice McKenzie in the corner.
She was out. It's Cardinal ball. Yeah, she was out
Okay.
before she was able to save it. Officials were talking about it, but she had a foot over the line, I believe. That's what they called. Wow.
Pass
A little bit too much.
inside off the hands of Helen Penn, and Coon Rapids turns it back over.
A little bit too much, a little too tall on that pass for Helen to control.
Washington left side for Oftedal. Double team comes into the corner, spun Washington around, but she's able to get it back up top. McKenzie driving. That won't go. Gaskins has the rebound. Met by Washington. Cochran-Starr there as well. Gets it ahead for Ben. Runs around the defense, and this one deflects out of bounds. Last touched by the Cardinals.
Yeah, she was able to make
Elon Amin, you got to give her credit. I mean, she tried to draw the foul. Oftedal high on the left side, too high and out of the reach of Cochran-Starr.
One thing that when I was talking to head coach Drew Ryder of the Tigers said, turnovers have been tough. We cannot turn the ball over, and you saw one there to give Coon Rapids the possession back. Boy,
Ben got inside, but still comes up empty.
She can't buy a basket underneath.
She's pointless.
Yeah.
So far, Washington drives in and out. Ben has the rebound, shrugs off the pressure. Ahead for Gaskins on the run. She couldn't control. Cochran-Starr can. And Fridley back on the offensive end.
Well, Ben maybe should have just held that ball a little bit. There were 3 defenders there around Gaskins.
Cochran-Starr draws the foul. This one will go against Bierman, and that'll be her second. So 3 starters for Coon Rapids with 2 fouls each. And 2 for Fridley. Yeah, 6 fouls for Coon Rapids.
Yep.
It's all on 3 starters.
Yep.
Cochran-Starr missed the first, but makes the second. She has the last 7 points for Fridley. 9 points in the game for Aubrey Cochran-Starr. She's the Tigers' second leading scorer, averaging just a touch below 15 per game. Gaskins looking for room. Can't find much, kicks it out. Palmer for three, it's good.
That's a big three-pointer for her. Comes off the bench, hits a three to cut the lead to 2.
4 3-pointers from 4 different players in this first half so far for Coon Rapids.
Yeah, and that's just
Oftedal answers at the other end.
That's just a breakdown defensively for the Cardinals. They let Oftedal go right down the lane, basically, and easy put in for her.
Helen Ben gets inside, and it's going to get waved off for the travel. And she is clearly getting frustrated late in this first half, looking for her first point still.
Yeah, when your leading scorer, almost 22 points a game, is with basically 4 minutes left in the half, is scoreless, she's got to be a little frustrated.
Great save by Jakaya Palmer. Gaskins on the run will get the foul and go to the line to shoot 2. No, they're going to say before the shot, put it on the floor.
Oh no, she's getting shots.
It's going to be a little surprising. I don't know how you wouldn't call that a shooting foul. And you think about it, if we had talked about Helen Ben being scoreless through it, with less than 4 minutes to go in this first half, we wouldn't have expected the Cardinals to be only down by 3.
Correct.
Washington has a look from the right wing. It's not going to go. Palmer can't get the rebound. The follow didn't go. Jensen's third try will.
Again, opportunities underneath the basket for the Tigers hurt the Cardinals in that situation. They cannot let them have multiple looks.
Palmer thought about the 3 and then shuffled her feet. Just under 3.5 to go in the first half. Washington left side for Oftedal. Back to Washington, a look for 3. That's off the mark. Long rebound, tracked down by McKenzie. Back up top. They work it around. Another chance for Washington. This one won't go either. But this time, underneath is Cochran Starr for the quick putback, and she's in double digits.
Oh yeah, now the Tigers opening up their lead a little bit here again as the first half starting to wind down with under 3 minutes remaining.
Well, their largest lead so far has been 8 points, and the Cardinals erased that in a 1-minute spurt. So still plenty of opportunity. Gaskins gets through traffic, throws it up and scores.
Nice little hop and athletic move to get to the basket.
Full court pressure from Coon Rapids. Long pass, McKenzie gets the foul on Gaskins and will go to the line to shoot 2.
So that'll be 7. 7th team foul on the Cardinals. You see a nice little hop move, reverse, and then the bucket for Gaskins.
McKenzie misses off the rim. Helen Ben back on the floor for Coon Rapids. And Carice McKenzie able to hit 1 of 2. Another 3-point attempt. This one won't go. Gaskins has the rebound, gets back in the lane. The shot won't go, and that's a big one. That's going to be called against Helen Ben for going over the back.
Yep, and she'll have to come out for the rest of the half. 3 fouls, no points. Tigers' game plan is to limit what they do and frustrate Helen Ben, and they certainly have here in this first half.
Mission accomplished, for sure. And Cochran Starr at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. I believe that puts her at a dozen. She hits them both. So an 8-point lead again. This one tipped away out of bounds. Sophia Smith, quick three is good.
That's a big one.
Another one, 5 3-pointers from 5 different players. Oftedal had it poked away, recovered it, pass back to McKenzie. Oftedal in the corner, into the post. Jensen working against Beck, kicks it out. Open look for Cochran Starr, and she nails it.
She's having a nice night. Back to an 8-point lead.
Gaskins gets through traffic, and she traveled.
Yep.
That's the first 3-pointer of the night for Fridley, by the way. Coon Rapids with 5 from 5 different players.
That's crazy.
Oftedal left side, gets it to Washington. Down low, Jensen working against Beck, left it short. Gaskins collects the rebound, but a soft pass taken away by Cochran Starr. Jensen will hand it back off to Washington. Jensen, high post, jump shot is good. 10-point lead. And down to the final minute of this first half. Bierman for 3, that one's short. Rebound by McKenzie. She's on the run. And she is going to be called for the offensive foul.
Good job.
Taking out Kaylin Green.
Yeah, good job by Kaylin Green to step up and take that contact.
Smith's 3 is blocked by Cochran Starr. Rebound out of bounds, last touched by Aubrey Cochran Starr. Yeah, one of the things I noticed about the stats for this Fridley team, a lot of steals. Coon Rapids has a lot of steals as well, but both teams with a girl averaging like either 3 or over 3 steals per game. Another layup that just off the mark for Fridley into the final 30 seconds. And then a takeaway for Washington. Washington hands off Cochran Starr, and now Washington again drives and scores. And a great finish to this first half for the home team. It's 2 leading scorers certainly leading the way. And now have them up by 12 with just 5 seconds left. Bierman to inbound near midcourt for Sophia Smith. Turns and looks. Green from the corner. That's off the mark. The buzzer will sound, and the half will end with Fridley on top by a 34-22 score. A large lead, but not insurmountable for the Cardinals, to be certain. We will take a break and be back with first half stats and highlights after this. You're watching high school playoff basketball on CTN.
Major recreational equipment like RVs, campers, converted buses, and boats are allowed on residential property in Coon Rapids, but you are limited to 2 items that must be registered and operable. And any vehicle parked at a home for more than 12 hours must not exceed a certain size. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Back at Fridley High School, halftime of this Section 5 3A girls basketball quarterfinal. And the 3-seeded Tigers have led pretty much the entire way. They scored the first 6 points of the night, although it was a slow start scoring-wise for both squads. But they were never able to run away until the very end when they were able to spread that lead. Coon Rapids, 5 3-pointers from 5 different players. Kaylee Biermans was the first basket of the game for Coon Rapids, and it came 5.5 minutes into the contest. And then Kaylin Green, a 3-pointer, followed immediately by a steal and basket. And that got them back to even at the time. But every time they got it back even or close, Fridley had the answer, and Fridley scored the last 7 points of the game, 10-3 run over the last 2.5 minutes. And that's why they were able to spread that lead out and get to the locker room up by a dozen.
Well, the Cardinals are going to have to do some adjusting at the break, obviously. They're frustrated. I know Helen Ben is frustrated. She has 3 personal fouls with no points here in that first half. And what was a close game, all of a sudden a 12-point lead for the Tigers. Offensively, that slow start hurt them a little bit, I think. But give credit to the Tigers. They did a really nice job of opening up that lead. As you said, went on a 10-3 run and been able to increase that. And now they sit with a 34-22 lead here at the break.
Yeah, they've done a great job defending inside. Cardinals, again, 22 points. They have 5 3-pointers. So the majority of their points coming from beyond the arc. And inside, Tigers have locked him down. They've silenced Ben through the first 18 minutes, and they have controlled the rebounds at both ends.
They certainly have.
Of the floor. We'll take a break and be back to Fridley High School with more quarterfinal action after this on CTN.
There was once a time when local sports coverage wasn't what it is now. A dark age filled with handycams and Polaroids and angry crowds. Then 2 noble souls stood and proclaimed aloud that they'd give the people high-quality sports no matter how. So sports nights they became. Delivering stats and highlights was their vow. And sports nights they remain. Watch them weekly on CTN Now.
Welcome back to Fridley High School for CTN's production of girls high school section basketball. We're at the break, a 34-22 lead for the Fridley Tigers. I'm here with head coach Drew Ryder, the Tigers coach. First question I want to ask you is an 02 grad of Coon Rapids. Is this your first CTN interview?
It might be, yeah. I didn't score too much when I was playing there, so it's probably my first one, yeah.
All right, let's talk basketball. Slow start in the beginning. I thought you guys did a really nice job defensively and a really nice 10-3 run at the end. Also, you've done a really good job holding Helen Ben down, frustrated, 3 fouls, no points. Talk about that first half for you guys.
Yeah, I think when we looked at what we wanted to do coming into the game, Helen Ben is a heck of a player, and we're just trying to keep her in check and making sure she can't get downhill on us, and we did a really good job of that in the first half. We weathered the storm with some foul trouble for us. That's always going to be an issue, and we made it through, and we had some people step up and play some big minutes for us to kind of hold us over, and we'll see what happens second half here.
What was your message to the girls in the second half?
Just continue to do what we're doing defensively, making sure that we're getting hands up on shooters and corralling long rebounds, and then offensively keep moving the ball and attacking the basket.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. We're going to throw it back to my partner, Joe. Take it away.
Thank you, Howie. And I'm not so sure that that's his first. I want to say Drew was a Cardinal captain and part of a boys basketball preview, but I could be mistaken. There were a lot of great players, good names, that group that went through with he and Jeremy Habel. I think it was Matt Paulson, one of the Telke brothers, I think, was also part of that group. Sam Fortin, part of that group. So it was a good group. I'm pretty sure, though, that was not the first interview for Coach Ryder. We'd
probably have to go back and look in the files in the history of the O2 basketball team and see if Drew Ryder had a. You think he'd remember?
They were a good football team. They were a good basketball team.
They were a good basketball team. Head coach Gary Rover.
"22 seasons ago."
Yikes.
We were just pups.
We were just pups.
And now we're old.
We're old pups, though.
Three-pointer for Optedal won't go, but Williamson there to put it right back in.
Yeah, again, defensively, Cardinals have to box out. They've got to do a better job of not letting that second opportunity go in.
Just got a text from Coach Scott Stork, said that Drew Ryder was a tennis player also.
Oh, you know
when
what?
He was in high school.
I do remember that.
And I think he may have been, I was saying as you were coming up the stairs, I think he was a captain, and I think I interviewed him for a Sports Night preview. It may have been for tennis. I don't know, and that got me into talking about how many good players there were in that group that graduated 02 in that era. The golden days.
Oh, I remember.
Helen Benn spins to her left and has her first basket of the night.
Well, and again, if they're going to make a comeback, she's going to have a huge effort.
They need to come up with some stops. Optedal hits a three, and the lead continues to grow.
Yeah, they're not gonna make a comeback if they let that continue.
Ben against Williamson. She got the foul, and that'll be number 3 against Desiree Williamson.
And she's been a big reason, certainly been a big reason why Helen Ben was limited in that first half. She did a really nice job collapsing on her. They were double teaming Helen Ben, but she used her body to just really give her trouble.
The palms up from Desiree Williamson. Disagrees with the call. Captain Sophia Jensen goes over and asks for an explanation. Is given one. And at the end of the day, Helen Ben will shoot. And the first one just a bit long off the back iron. Ben able to hit the second one. And Drew Ryder's father was a basketball coach over at Blaine.
Yeah.
For many, many years.
Yes, correct. Many years. Yeah.
Including Drew's high school years.
Right.
Good passing down floor, but Washington put a little too much on it. Cardinals running back the other way. Jada Gaskin stops up on the right side. Back for Green, and now Bierman. Back to Kaylin Green. Bierman to the top of the key. Green with a look from the right wing. This one is not going to go, and it's up and out of play.
Well, yeah, you talked about it. The key for Coon Rapids is stops on defense, and they haven't been able to do that here yet very well here this evening, as much as they'd like to, certainly.
Well, they did early, but a lot of that, too, was just poor shot selection and no execution on the part of Fridley as it was the defense of Coon Rapids. Jada Gaskins for 3. That one won't go. Rebound punched out. Gaskins will recover. Thought about it from the top of the key.
Bierman's hurt.
And that is not good. I did not see the contact. Of course, wearing that mask after having surgery in the offseason.
She's
but
okay.
They got her back up.
Smile on her
smiles,
face. Yep.
and that's good.
Yep.
But
Jeremy Shepard will take another look. I don't know if she hit her head on the.
it looks like she kept it up, but still went down hard, tangled up with Desiree Williamson, who has got a little bit of size on her. Winner moves on to semifinal Saturday at St. Michael, Albertville.
Now the Cardinals have to dig out of a hole if they want it to be them.
Good passing. Gaskins tried to dump it off. Beck wasn't ready for it. Cochran Starr takes it away. Working against Sophia Smith into the corner for Oftedal. Jensen, backdoor, Williamson. Easy basket.
Yeah, and a really nice play. A really nice play. They saw Williamson there all alone. Again, breakdown defensively for the Cardinals as the Tigers are pressuring.
Gaskins to the lane, and she scores.
That was a nice job. Is Coach Bierman going to call timeout? So we had talked about, when I asked head coach Drew Ryder about his 0-2 days, we dug deep. I mean, I'm talking deep. We had to blow the dust off some of those tapes, and we found some highlights from that man's high school career. And we'll take another. He was number 31. You see him there.
On the left.
Yeah, there he is, right there, playing for the Cardinals back in 0-2.
There's Jeremy Habel walking through the frame.
Yep. Look at the ball handle, the ball skills. He asked me if he found any that he actually made a bucket. I said, yeah, we found the one. And there it is, as he drills that from the wing. Nice job, Coach Ryder. I love it. A young Drew Ryder.
Cochran Starr, cross for Washington, back to Cochran Starr into the front court. Williamson turns, looks at the basket, and kicks it out. Cochran Starr, a little fake. Her pass deflected, but gets through. Washington stepped out of bounds.
You know, the Cardinals are hoping to control tempo here this evening, and not been able to do so. And that's going to be a throwaway by the Cardinals. Another turnover.
Not what they were looking to do after getting the turnover. And again, they need stops, whether it's pressure forcing turnovers or. But it's definitely not it.
That is definitely not it.
A 19-point lead now for the Tigers. Smith for three from the corner. It's short. Washington has the rebound for Fridley. On the run, right past Smith. Lays it up and in.
Yeah, that's some of the things Coach Bierman was talking about, saying that you know, she's so good going to the basket. I mean, straight from the
court
perimeter.
Pressure forces a pass that's taken away by Jensen. Takes it straight to the rim and scores, knocking Aaliyah Graham to the hard floor for her effort.
Yeah, another timeout called by Coon Rapids. Coach Bierman, I know, frustrated. Felt coming in, this is an opportunity to get a W and move on in the section playoffs, but unfortunately his squad is staring at a large deficit after that opportunity. And then Jensen with a bit of a bump.
Well, we talked about 10-3 to finish the first half for Fridley. They've started the second half on a 16-5 run.
Yeah, that's exactly the way Coach Ryder wanted to draw it up. That's exactly the way that Coach Bierman did not want to see it unfold.
Winner will face the winner of number 2 Monticello and number 7 Big Lake. Currently taking place in Monticello this evening. On the other side of the bracket, you have top seed. Oh, I lost it now.
It was Becker.
Becker and
the
rest of it. Somehow I got into somebody else's section tournament bracket. I'll find it again later. But Becker is the number 1
yes,
seed.
Yes, they are.
On the far side, Totino is 4 or 5. Monticello Becker is playing St. Francis.
Correct.
Who beat Zimmerman in the play-in game on Monday. That pass got through to Sophia Smith. She gets the foul. It's going to be called against Asha Fields.
That's the second team foul on the Tigers here. Cardinals yet to get an infraction here in the second half.
Three-pointer for Green wouldn't go. Washington has the rebound. Ahead for Friels on the run. Comes up just short. Cardinals have the numbers, come away with the basketball. Jada Gaskins gains her bearings, gets into the front court. To the corner for Sophia Smith. Inside, Helen Ben fakes to her left, goes to her right, draws the foul, and will go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, Helen's doing anything she can possible to try and score here, but the deficit is tough at this point for the Cardinals.
Friel's going to be called with a second quick foul.
That'll be the third already on the Tigers here. 12:41 remaining.
Only able to hit 1 and 2. It's a 22-point lead. Washington flies to the other end, shoots it up short, gets her own rebound, back to Friels. Hands off, Jensen crosses over, and then the pass crossed up Williamson underneath, and they turn it back over to the Cardinals.
Yeah, a little bit too much on that one.
Three-pointer for Bierman won't go.
Nice
Smith
rebound.
gets the rebound. Bierman thought about another try. Instead, Smith from the right wing. This one won't go either. Rebound by Oftedal, and now Washington.
Again, no hurry to bring it down court with this large lead.
Bierman ends up on the floor away from the ball, battling with Williamson. Washington had it blocked away out of bounds. No foul called there. Oftedal thought about the three, instead underneath Williamson, and again, she's had a couple of really easy looks underneath in this second half.
And again, she just got away from the defense there and made it look easy, and they found her.
Smith's three won't go. Ben has the rebound in traffic. She's fouled.
Yeah, she's in between three Tigers.
Williamson picking up her fourth.
And she'll take a seat on the bench with those, but a healthy lead right now for Fridley.
Ben finally gets an open look inside and drops it in.
Yeah, she has not seen many of those just because the Tiger defense has been doing such a great job of troubling her.
Cochran Starr finds a hole, can't get the bucket to go. Green scrambles for the rebound, gets it back to Bierman. Gaskins will try and get her way into the lane, and she draws a foul. That'll be number 5 already in the first 6 minutes.
That was
7 minutes.
Washington. I think that's her second.
Correct. Gaskins leaves it back for Beck. Bierman will fire the 3. That's off the mark. Rebound for Fridley. Friels will leave it back for Cochran Starr. Trying to get away from Ben. Pass got away from Washington. Battle on the floor. Still loose. Scooped up by McKenzie. And now Cochran Starr working against Helen Ben. Kicks it out for Friels. Into the lane. Her pass taken away by Beck. Beck and Jensen on the floor have it tied up. Possession arrow.
See the action again.
Possession arrow favors Coon Rapids.
There's the tie-up.
Their possession arrow only faces the floor, so
we can't see it.
Cannot. Ben spins back to the lane. This one won't go. Jensen has the rebound.
Yeah, that's usually automatic for Helen Ben. She's just, not getting those little ones to fall. We saw her miss a couple in the first half.
Cochran Starr in the low post working against Bierman. Hands it off for Washington. She mishandled. Tied up, and this time Fridley will get to keep it.
Yes, they will.
Aaliyah Graham going to check back in for the Cardinals.
Bierman will come out.
Inbound, Cochran Starr gets the contact and the basket. It's her first points of the second half.
That one's on Aaliyah Graham, her first, team first.
She came into the game and they went right after her.
Yep.
And she's able to roll it across the top and get it to drop. A 25-point lead for Fridley. Ben lost the handle. Gaskin scrambles, recovers, tied up.
That'll be the Cardinals.
Still time, but the Cardinals have thrown up so many three-pointers in the second half and have yet to get one to fall. And it's one of those live by the 3, die by the 3 kind of things. Right now, they're dying by the 3.
They certainly are.
The Tigers are controlling down low. They're boxing out well. They're getting all the rebounds.
Well, yeah, and they're hustling to the ball better. They're just doing what they need to do, doing the fundamentals to build this lead. They're hitting their shots and as you mentioned, playing really good defense.
Ben in the middle working against Jensen. Can't find room. Her pass deflected, taken away, and
call that on Bierman.
Yep, that'll be 3 on her. McKenzie gets it down low. Jensen working against Beck, able to get the foul. And will go to the line and shoot 2, and that'll be number 3 on Casey Beck.
See the time remaining, 9:05. 25-point lead for the Tigers, looking to build on it here from the stripe.
As I began to say, there's still time.
There is.
But every possession becomes that much more important. And the Cardinals have really hardly been able to slow Fridley down in this second half.
Well, there's a turnover by the Cardinals.
I mean, already 23 points in this second half for Coach Ryder's squad. They had 34 in the first half total. So they have definitely picked up the pace here in the second. Jensen down low. Can't get that one to go. Ja'Kiah Palmer has the rebound. That pass a little too wide for Kaylee Bierman. Another turnover by the Cardinals.
Yeah, again, frustrating for Coon Rapids here. Kaylin Green back into the action for the Cardinals.
Aaliyah Graham, Ja'Kiah Palmer have gotten a fair amount of playing time off the bench this year and have been noticeable. We talked about them both providing sparks in this contest. Just sophomores. Kaylin Green, of course, also just a sophomore. And Washington, one of her easiest looks all night, and it just did not go down. Bierman drives and gets the foul against Oftedal. She will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, you're right. That wasn't one of Washington's easiest looks. As you see, trying to split the defense, get a shot off for Bierman.
To the free throw line, shooting 2 shots, 55, Kaylee Bierman.
First one hits several different parts of the rim, but not the inside.
Yeah, not the part you needed to go through.
Able to make the second one cleanly. Oftedal. Hands off, Washington scores.
Yeah, again, a nice little drive to the basket and an easy one for Washington.
Well, and a nice set play, timing play as Ja'Kiah Palmer finds her way to the rim and scores.
You know, the Tigers will let her have that one.
Cochran Star forces it up and gets it to fall.
Yeah, sometimes you can force that shot up and get it to drop, even though it's not the prettiest one.
Ben, quick answer at the other end.
Now we're seeing a little more pressure from Coon Rapids defensively.
Oftedal into the front court. Back for Cochran Star. Back to Oftedal. Three-pointer for McKenzie, and she nailed it.
She did nail it.
Good quick passing, gets Ben alone down low. She scores. But you can't trade baskets. You're down 27 points.
No, you cannot trade baskets. You need stops, and you need, you'd like to say you need threes.
McKenzie working against Ben. Ben nearly had the steal, but she keeps it away, and then a little miscommunication, passed it to the spot her teammate had just vacated.
See, those are the things you need for Coon Rapids. They need turnovers. They need to force those things. They need to limit shots if they want to have a chance of trying to climb back in this, but we're down to 6:30 remaining.
Bierman to Ben. She's fouled, and will go to the line to shoot 2. They're going to put Williamson back in with her 4 fouls,
well,
6.5 to go.
Yeah, why not at this point?
Aubrey Cochran Star, just her first foul of the game. She's had a very nice night for Coach Ryder and the Tigers.
Yes.
Beck and Smith will check back in for the Cardinals. Ben misses them both. Williamson tracks down the rebound. Long pass ahead for Cochran Star. Hands off to Williamson. Stops up in the corner. Double team comes. Gets it to Williamson in the middle. Off to the open look for three. Doesn't go. Rebound tip, but right to Cochran Starr. She missed. And Ben on the run the other way. Stops up. Her pass taken away by Carice McKenzie. On the run. Right past Beck. Rolls it right over the top of the rim. Washington has the rebound. Resets the offense for the Tigers.
Yeah, smartly brings it out.
Carice McKenzie for three off the mark. Put back is good for Aubrey Cochran Starr. Helen Ben, a short jumper.
Now she's starting to get her offense going, but unfortunately it comes to the point where your team is down quite a bit and time is running out in your season.
12 points all in the second half for Helen Ben. Williamson down low, the bucket and the foul, and that's going to be number 4 against Casey Beck.
Foul on 33, Casey Beck, her 4th, team sport.
There you see
35, Ashley.
there's the end of that infraction on Casey Beck.
Similar reaction as Williamson had to her 4th foul. Palms up, huh?
Wasn't me.
Wow, high arcing free throw, but nothing but nylon. And it's a 30-point lead for the Fridley Tigers. Just over 5 minutes to play. Ben drives and scores. She has 14 of the Cardinals' 19 in the second half. Williamson high off the glass, won't go. Cochran Starr, the rebound. Back out to Washington. Finds herself some room. Jump shot won't fall. Ashley Flynn has the rebound for the Cardinals. Ben on the run to the other end. Jada Gaskins looking for some room. Gets to the lane. That shot's not going to go. Rebound tipped. Controlled by Washington. Looks down court. Cochran Starr behind the defense. Scores easily.
Beautiful, beautiful look by Washington to find her up behind the defense.
Gaskins slips between a couple of defenders, but she was fouled on the way through.
Tiger foul on number 1, Carice McKenzie, her 2nd. Team's 8th.
The 8th team foul on the Tigers. And maybe the only negative that they've had here in the second half is that they've gotten into foul trouble.
Well, again, after a slow start for their offense, they've controlled the entire game. They have not trailed.
Nope.
Coon Rapids came back to tie a couple of times midway through that first half, but a strong finish to half number 1, and they have been impressive here in half number 2.
They certainly have. Yeah, they've certainly done what they needed to do to move on to the next round.
And they continue to control the rebounds. And that has been a big key for their success tonight. Cochran Starr for 3. She hits one. And it's just everything is going for...
Yeah, everything's falling.
The Tigers right now. Ben drives, gets the foul, will go to the line and shoot 2. It rolled from the back to the front of the rim
and then out.
And then fell out.
It's kind of been the story for the Cardinals, is not getting buckets to fall. And there you see the 3, nothing but net. And a lot of smiles on that Tiger sideline, as we're going to get some new faces in the game for Fridley. Coach Ryder able to get some fresh bodies in with this kind of lead.
I believe Cochran Starr's at 25 tonight. Good steal by Jada Gaskins. She finishes at the other end. Three-pointer is off the mark for Faith Taylor. Cardinals the rebound. Gaskins spins back to the inside and scores.
Well, Gaskins realized against the bigger player, maybe slower player in Jensen, that she was able to make a move get to the basket.
Third timeout, Coon Rapids.
Emotions run high, of course, when you see your season slipping away, and obviously winner continues on, and the loser's season is over for the year.
Well, and that's especially tough for the Cardinals seniors,
Well,
Helen Ben
saying,
and Jada Gaskins.
Yep.
Their only season playing varsity for this squad.
Right.
Of course, Gaskins was here at Coon Rapids High School last season, but due to transfer rules,
Right.
not able to compete at the varsity level. And then Helen Ben moving in from Park Center in this past offseason. They have been tremendous leaders for this team and taking a team that had 0 wins last year to a 9-win program this year. That's a big step.
Yeah, well, absolutely, no question about that. And they thought I think coming into the year with the addition of Ben and then Gaskins playing, I thought they had an opportunity to go a little bit further, get a little more than the 9 wins that they had. But you're right, it's definitely a good thing for this program to get those 9 wins after that season a year ago. But they're certainly did not want to end this way.
Yeah, and they wanted it to at least be more competitive.
Correct.
And it was tight for most of the first half. Great athletic steal by Gaskins, but she steps out of bounds. You saw the emotions she had going to the bench. She knows this is probably the last 3 minutes of her high school career. Ben able to rip the ball away, get the steal, and then Jensen gets the foul. I believe that'll be 4 on her as well. No, that's just number 3. But a 1-and-1 for Helen Ben. And, barring a miracle, essentially, the Cardinal season has 3 minutes and 7 seconds remaining.
Correct.
Down 28 points.
Yeah, it would have to be a miracle.
But those two have been fantastic in their season, leading the team in just about every offensive category. But you also have fellow captain Sophia Smith, Monica Tofik, Casey Beck, of course, Persia Glenn, Ashley Flynn, and Kaylee Bierman, all in their senior year. I thought Kaylee was a junior.
No.
Until just now.
Gaskins with a great steal.
She's had about 5 steals in the last 2 minutes.
32-55.
Tofik will get a little bit of PT with the game essentially out of reach. McKenzie coming across the top, lost the handle. Gaskins in on the breakaway and fouled hard from behind, and she goes down wincing a bit.
Seems to be okay.
But Carice McKenzie said, you don't get to score easy off of my turnover. Make her earn it at the line. Looked like she did get some ball, too.
Yeah.
Tigers call a timeout. Put a little ice in her veins.
Yeah, get her to think about it.
She hit that first one too clean. 2:49 to play. But what I was going to say, we saw Gaskins with the emotions at that last timeout, and then goes out and played cool and collected with a lot of energy, a lot of positive energy, continued to come up with big steals and try to be a factor in the game still.
She knows there's just minutes left in her season, so obviously I understand the emotion, and certainly those are emotions that should be felt, and when your career is just about ready to be the high school level come to an end. I'm
just saying, another reason I'm impressed by that young lady because of the way she seemed to rein those emotions in. They kind of took over as we showed her on the bench.
Nope, it's definitely not
Clearly
easy.
emotional, and then back on the floor, game face back up. So 2:49 to play. Gaskins another free throw to come. That one won't fall. The rebound by Jensen.
That was a kick by the Cardinals.
Number 2, Sophia Smith. Number 33, Casey Beck, back in the Coon Rapids lineup.
Gaskins, I believe, with 13 now, if I'm not mistaken.
Your Minneapolis math adds up.
Well, they don't have one of those newfangled scoreboards.
It tells you the score, how many
tells
points.
me all the details. And Mean almost had it stripped away. Friels recovers underneath to Jensen, and she scores. Jada Gaskins runs to the lane, rolls off the top of the rim. Ben, an opportunity that won't go. Got the ball back again. Hands it off for Casey Beck, a 3 from the corner. That won't fall. Rebound tied up between Taylor and Bierman.
A good job by Bierman making sure that she got that tie up.
And it'll be Coon Rapids ball.
Yep,
Or it'll be
Fridley.
Tiger ball,
Yeah.
sorry. Jensen able to bully her way past Kaylee Bierman into the front court. Bierman nearly got in for the steal, but it gets across to Friels. She gets through some
I don't know how she
traffic and scores.
She did a great job of holding on to the ball without traveling to get the bucket.
Ben jumps through the traffic, and she's going to be called for the offensive foul. And is that number 5 for Helen Ben?
Yeah, tough way for that young lady to end her high school career, fouling out. And a well-deserved round of applause from the Cardinal faithful for sure.
15 points for Helen Ben tonight, all in the second half.
Walked.
Kenzie traveled as she approached the wall that is known as Casey Beck.
Yes, that is for sure.
And Beck retreated. She was planted, went, wait, she's not slowing down. She just backed out of the way, and I think Friels was thinking, or McKenzie was thinking, maybe I can get, draw contact, get the foul. Instead, the contact disappeared, and she traveled. Foul at the other end will put Casey Beck at the line to shoot 2. Foul on Faith Taylor.
Well, good job by Beck to steal that ball away and created the opportunity for her to earn some points from the stripe.
Cochran Starr and Brandy Washington, both juniors.
Yeah.
Beck hits them both. The Fridley senior class includes Sophia Jensen, Desiree Williamson, Faith Taylor, Elon Amin, and Emily Oftedal, and Asha Fields. So they'll lose a fair amount.
They will.
But their 2 leading scorers will be back. Sophomore grouping on the floor. Is it straight sophomores? Yes.
Yeah.
All 5 sophomores. Chloe Porish and Aubrey Casper out there with Aaliyah Graham, Jakaya Palmer, and Kaylin Green. 5 sophomores, and that's the hometown roll.
Yeah.
Asha Friels getting it to fall and getting a second chance. Second one won't go. Jakaya Palmer with the rebound. Back out, Kaylin Green for three. That one won't go. Cardinals battle, come up with the rebound. Graham in the middle of traffic pulled it out. Chloe Porish off the mark for three. Rebound by Friels, trying to find some room. Instead, we'll find contact from Jakaya Palmer. 46 seconds to go.
So that'll be number 7, so an opportunity for the stripe for the Tigers.
Tafik back on the floor for the Cardinals. Friels calls glass.
Went to the bank.
Made the deposit.
Yes, sir.
Back to a 30-point lead for Fridley. Second one won't go. The rebound by Taylor. The three-pointer off the mark for McKenzie. Rebound by Porish. Up court for Tafik. Lost the handle, able to recover. Got it to Porish. Tafik for three. Oh, off the mark. The rebound underneath for Michaela Long. Tafik for three. This one's good, and the bench erupts. One last feel-good moment.
Yes. Yeah, the entire
for
bench,
the Cardinals.
The entire bench up on their feet when she hit that three.
Well, they're clearly trying to feed her. She's a senior, doesn't get much play time on the varsity floor, if any, and that says a lot about character. Any senior athlete that continues to play at the JV level is doing it for one reason and one reason only. Love of the game.
Love of the game is right.
And that's what it should be about at the high school level.
Yeah, it definitely
Just my
should.
2 cents.
You know, emotions opposite on both sides. Obviously, disappointment by the Cardinals, elation from the Tigers as they move on to the next round on Saturday. But as you mentioned, we talked about it's going to end the season of some seniors here for Coon Rapids and their careers.
But for the Tigers, they know the road gets much more difficult ahead. Monticello, the number 2 seed, their likely host.
Correct.
Or their likely opponent on semifinal Saturday. The emotions begin to overwhelm the Cardinal seniors, and the tears begin to flow as the season comes to an end. But again, a season that saw a tremendous amount of growth for this girls basketball program.
Yeah, Coach Bierman's got obviously some things to look forward to in the coming seasons. But disappointment because they felt, especially coming into tonight, Joe, and they felt they had that opportunity to get the win here and move on. But Fridley had other things to say about it, and give credit to them. They played really well from start to finish. They dominated this game.
Well, the Cardinals clearly have some good pieces to begin with next year, but they're going to have some big holes to fill.
Yes, they will.
As well. Here's what we have left. All that's left in the winter season is the boys basketball playoffs. They wrap up the regular season at home against Anoka tomorrow night on Friday night. And then we hope to know by Monday for Sports Night who their opponent will be in the first round of the section playoffs, and we will follow them as long as we are allowed. But that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score for Fridley High School, it's the Tigers 80, the Cardinals 53. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.